Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. It's going to be another awesome one. It is, in fact, the final game between Mr. Bbyong. Down the bottom left side of the map, he is 22 years of age from South Korea, plays for the CJ Enters team. And his opponent, who's, I thought he was, is he spraying creep down here? Is that what he's doing? I'm really not sure. I don't think so, actually. I thought maybe he was spraying creep down there, because it does look like there's a circular sort of creep thing down there. But it does look like he's, yeah, it's just some vines and crap like that. Maybe some old creep, or maybe it's just some general jungle tango weird stuff going on down there. So anyway, his opponent is going to be Mr. Soulkey. He is 23 years of age from South Korea, plays for the TCM gaming team as of 2 days ago. And yeah, he is very, very awesome. So had a pretty epic battle so far. Soulkey won the first game pretty fast with some nice roach play, but Bbyong came back in the second game. Very, very long game, and eventually just drop action all over the place, managed to push Soulkey to the limit and take him out. So now it's going to be game number 3, and we're going to be seeing exactly what happens here. So Soulkey obviously is going to be putting everything he has into this game to try and take it out. We can see he's going for a very, very fast third base. He's got his expansion up. He's got everything going on. There's the roach warren coming out now. So he's looking like he definitely wants to win. And Mr. Bbyong going out for the Hellions, but he's also got a fast banshee coming out. It's going to be interesting to see if Soulkey catches this, or if he starts to take some serious worker losses in the start of the game. And taking the worker losses from the banshee could be the opening that Bbyong needs to take some sort of advantage in the long term. But we'll have to see how that works out. A couple of lings going to be running in, going to be scouting. A couple of marines are running out already. Looks like they're moving across. Hopefully one of these marines stops to actually shoot this ling, because if this ling runs in, worst case scenario, it'll see the banshees. That's a very, very bad case. Oh, look at the ling. Did see the banshee, I think. He definitely, no, I don't know. I don't know if he saw the banshee. There was a banshee there, and the ling died. Whether or not the ling saw the banshee is, I just do not know. We don't have any spore crawlers coming up, which tells me that no, he did not see the banshee. But we'll just have to wait and see. We got a single queen over there, no spore crawlers, so that base is going to be pretty wide open. The lair is just about to finish though, so an overseer could be coming out at any second. The lair is down. No overseer coming out, no spore crawlers coming out. The banshee is out. It is having a crack at the queen. Cloaks up. Queen runs for it. Might die there. Oh, yes, does go down. And now the banshee is really going to start going to work. We got spore crawlers. We got an overseer. Soulkey obviously not prepared for that banshee at all. And the banshee going through and getting a whole ton of kills. There we go, 7 kills. So that is 6 workers and a queen. Very, very nice job from that banshee. Definitely, I would say worth that banshee. I don't know if the rest are going to be able to do anything, but that banshee definitely paid for itself. And yeah, look at this, just scanning the base. And the banshee thinking about coming in. Might get some workers on the gas. Very, very nice. Beautiful. Oh, it's got to be careful, but 2 more workers for pretty much nothing at all. The other banshee coming around the other side, but there is a spore crawler coming down on this base. It's going to be a little bit too late to do anything. Maybe you could skirt around the side and go into the natural expansion. Snipe a few workers on the way. Beautiful. And there's no spore at this base. There will be an overseer here very, very soon, but not at the moment. And the banshee wisely pulling away just a little bit. And not much that Soulkey can really do about this banshee at the moment. Another one coming in. It's actually the same one. And yeah, until he gets like corruptors or something like that, he can't really do much. But he's got no more workers over there, so that's going to be fine. There we go. Going to snipe another worker just for the hell of it. Not enough energy. Is there enough energy to cloak? I think there is. But regardless, Bbyong doing a very good job of banshee harassment. So far, 11 workers have died from those banshees. That is quite a sensational amount. Soulkey is actually behind on workers, and at the 10-minute mark, that is a horrible position to be in. Some widow mines going in. Roach is soaking it up, but look at all these roach numbers, man. Soulkey has not been screwing around. He's got a ton of these guys. The Hellbats realizing this is going to be interesting right here. I don't know if he's actually going to hold this off. He's going to take so many hits. The widow mines took a bit of damage out, but No way the ground force can hold that off. It's going to be down to the banshees to finish these guys off. A third banshee coming on in. The roaches make it past. They're going to be holding off. The workers going to be just trying so hard to get their supply depots up. Should be able to do a decent job. And there we go. The banshees slowly. There we go. The supply depot actually goes down. All the roaches hitting it at once. And the workers getting the hell out of there. 13, 14 workers have gone down so far. So that far exceeds, or not far exceeds, but it's getting up there. What the what Bbyong took out before with his banshees, and the banshees are. Oh, we've got a Thor. We got 2 Thors. He's going nuts on those Thors, man. The Thor's such a good unit against the roaches. They're pretty good anyway. Please tell me he's going to destroy that Thor. He leaves it alive with 26 health. And they're still going nuts on the workers. Absolutely ballistic. Soulkey not giving up. But I think he's just about done right now. These banshees must have so many kills on them. Well, not that many kills. That one had 16 though. That one was a freaking genius, man. 16 kills on a banshee. You don't see that very often. But the worker losses, man. 22 workers lost. So Bbyong in a very, very bad position. Meanwhile, Soulkey, he's got his 4th base coming down. He's got a ton of workers coming out. Soulkey has just turned this around in a great, great fashion. Bbyong thought he had the lead, thought he was in a good position. Soulkey just turned it around so fast, so effectively with all of those roaches that Bbyong is really going to have to scramble to get back into this game. Luckily, he has that 3rd base already up, so he should be okay. But look at this, extra queens coming out. The banshees are already looking a little bit slipshod here. They are going to be running out, not really going to be able to do too much damage there. And yeah, just getting the hell out of there. A bunch of roaches rolling on in, well, walking on in anyway. Maybe going to check for a 3rd base. Who knows what they're doing. But do we have mech play from Bbyong? I mean, we've seen some Thors come out already. So maybe mech play is going to be the way of the future. He's already got level 1 weapons. And it's an interesting play style. Very, very interesting because... yeah, against Zerg? I don't know. It's interesting, I guess, is all we can really say about it. Oh, the Spore. Leaving the Banshee with the least health on the outside. I like that. I don't know if that's accidental or planned, but very, very nice. Oh, Roaches underground. Going to be stopping the command center from coming down. He has an idea. He's building a missile turret out there. Does he have an idea? I do not know. If there was a tank here, Soulkey would probably pop up and just snipe the living crap out of it. There you go. It doesn't actually, it just moves aside. Here we go. Banshee's going nuts on the 4th base. The Queens is going to take him a million years to get over here. I do believe that base is going to go down, no doubt about it. And there we go. The missile turret is up and the Roach is starting to take some damage. Queens almost there. They get on the creep. A quick transfuse on the base. And oh my god, is Bbyong actually going to leave this thing alive? It looks like he is, man. Those transfuses from the Queens on a building. Usually transfusion doesn't do that much. Oh, 125. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, yeah, both of them transfusing it. I mean, both of them transfusing it gave it 250 life. And it's got 240 now. So, that's how close it was to being dead. Absolutely dead. But, just enough to make it happen. And Burrowed Roaches, man, he either needs, like, ton of scans or just a Raven or something crazy like that, because these roaches so annoying. There he goes, and of course Soulkey sees everything, knows where they're coming across, moves his forces across. The Banshees on the other hand moving over there, maybe going to snipe this base. There's only 2 Banshees, but yeah, give it a crack, see what happens. The Hellions getting really, really badly flanked there, do get taken out. And now Soulkey thinking about a counter-attack. What is waiting for him? A few tanks, a few Hellbats, quite a few tanks actually, and some Thors just for good measure. I don't think the Hydras are going to go very well if they try and run up there. They're probably going to get owned by all of the tank fire. Level 2 weapons just about to finish as well. We do have 2-2 already out for Mr. Soulkey, so Bbyong not really worrying too much about his armor for his vehicles. It definitely could help, especially if he's going to start seriously favouring Hellbats. I mean, vehicle armor can only be a good thing. And here we go. Is he going to knock these rocks down, or is he going to go straight for the 3rd base? It looks like the answer is straight for the 3rd base. Does he have any idea this is coming? No. No idea at all. There they come. The 3 tanks, very, very exposed if they push in a little bit further. And the Viper clouds them up straight away. So the Hydra's doing a great job. Couple of Thors and these guys having a crack. No real siege tanks in range of these guys anymore. But if they push after these Thors, they are going to be in range of siege tanks all over the place. Pushing in, starting to take out some Thors, but the siege tank damage is starting to get too high. Soulkey does run for it. I don't know how many workers he killed. I don't think he killed that many. It was basically just running in after the Terran army. He killed some tanks, and I think he killed a Thor, but most of his force, a decent amount of his force, did go down for all of that Terran pressure. So kind of a trade-off there. Nobody really doing anything spectacular. And yeah, that's it. So Bbyong knows that Soulkey is going full Roach Hydra if he didn't already. And Soulkey knows that Bbyong is going full Mech if he didn't already. And these guys both know that it is going to be one hell of a fight to take the other down. Level 3 weapons starting to come up. Soulkey already halfway through level 3 weapons and armor. And we do have Swarm Host tech on the way, which is going to be very, very awesome. Of course, tank's one of the best counters to Swarm Host, but tanks are also not very mobile, which makes it hard for them to deal with these Swarm Hosts if they start sending Locust in different areas. Very nice play with the Vikings to take out those Vipers, but the Clouds are already down, and it's just bad news all over the place. Bunch of Roaches getting in nice and close, do take out some tanks, but there's just so many tanks. More than enough to take care of the rest. What do we got going down here? Double Hellbat drop. And here we go. Going to be dropping down on top of the workers. The medevac does go down. The Hellbats running after the workers run straight back into the line of the Spinecrawler. Do get taken out. So a bunch more workers getting roasted. Maybe some died. I really can't tell. But he totally needs like a Marauder drop or something here to just wipe out that hatchery. Because that guy is so close to death. And he really, really should be wiped out. I don't think he's even healing it, like transfusing it anymore. I think he's just letting it sit there. That base needs to get wiped out by Marauders. Or tanks, you know, because he doesn't have Marauders. So, a bunch of siege tanks would be pretty awesome. But what's he doing on the other side? Bunch of Hellions rolling in here. That is going to be awesome. Spinecrawler is just about to be built, but they're not built yet. And the Hellions could do very, very well here. But they snipe a few Echoes, then run for it because Mutas are out on the field. And suddenly Bbyong needs to start heavily building Thors. There we go. 2 Thors coming out straight away. And that's exactly what he needs to do because his Thor numbers at the moment are pretty low. Soulkey knows that he's destroyed 2 of them, and 2 is all he's seen on the map so far. So yeah, these Mutas getting really, they're doing a lot of good job, doing a lot of good stuff, but they are getting torn apart by the missile turrets quite badly. And yeah, taking a lot of damage. So they do manage. Oh, the missile turret just came up and they're starting to take a serious amount of damage. That with the Vikings, just enough to scare them away. The worker needs to finish off this missile turret, needs to get those missile turrets up and running. He sort of had them up, but no. Oh, and the Hellions. It's a bad place to take a rest. And the Hellions are just like, man, Zerg can burrow underground. Why can't we? This would be so much easier if we can burrow underground. But unfortunately not going to happen. And the Viking numbers, just enough to get those Mutas out of there. But it doesn't look like he's going for heavy Muta production. It looks like it is going to be all sorts of other crazy stuff. We've got Swarm Hosts. We've got Ultralisks coming on the way. Bbyong seems to be content to just go for full up Mech at this point. But he is not content just to stay on 4 bases or even 5 bases. He has got 6 bases going here. And they're doing a phenomenal job. Is he actually building 2 more Spinecrawlers here? I think he's just saving the workers by putting them into Spinecrawlers. He's going to cancel these in a sec. But, oh, the Hellions doing such a great job. Such an awesome job there. Is he going to cancel these? Come on, are you going to cancel them? Maybe he's just going to let them go. I would have thought he'd be cancel them, but who knows? Oh, the Swarm Host getting in nice and really close, actually. They just rolled up to within striking distance of the base straight away, and now they're going absolutely batshit. And yeah, Bbyong is suddenly like, oh shit, you know, there's Swarm Host right there. We got to deal with this. We got to get like 1 million more tanks out. Siege up, start knocking everything out. The siege numbers are pretty good. And the Vikings are starting to get a handle on the Muta numbers, slowly but surely. And Roaches and Hydras coming in with that force, but the tank numbers enough to hold on. And do they just keep on coming? So Bbyong, once he's comfortable with the tank numbers, maybe going to see if he can do something. But Soulkey, he's saying, this is my last wave. I'm going to go for the workers this time. I'm not going for the army because this is not working. He's got enough tanks to deal with it. Oh, a fungal. Oh, he's caught like 5 Vikings there. Oh, this is bad. This is so bad. one Viking goes down, the rest get to run away. I guess the infestors ran out of energy, but that was looking pretty bad for a second. Swarm host just shooting off another wave of locusts. Some of them going down south, but there is no base there yet, so not much for them to worry about. Hellions trying to get in there, do manage to catch the tail end of some swarm hosts, of some locusts anyway, but not able to get the main army, which is going to redeploy somewhere over here, maybe going to be running up here. Do we have a planetary? We do have a planetary coming down, which is going to help, but a planetary cannot stand all that long versus locusts. Locusts will eventually take it out, and when I say eventually, I may mean, you know, not all that long. Look at the Hellions going down, man. They're doing a lot of damage, but they're taking a lot of damage. I don't think there's any unit which can really tank locusts. There's just isn't at all. Locusts just do way too much damage. It is completely unreasonable. So yeah, it's just going to be a locust fest for the next 5-10 minutes. It's either going to be Bbyong figures out how to deal with it and deals with it, or Soulkey is just going to keep hammering him into oblivion. And I mean, Soulkey doesn't. He's okay at the moment. He's okay-ish. Oh, Nidus Worm. Did you really see that? Oh, Bbyong, get up, there's a Nidus Worm. You tanks just walked straight past it. What the hell is he doing? He did not see that Nidus Worm. He was right there. He didn't see it. Oh, Bbyong. Why did you not see that Nidus Worm? Tanks literally strolled straight past, and I was like, yeah, Soulkey, that's not going to work. Bbyong is all over it, but the tanks just rolled straight past, and oh, this is not good. Tanks are going to start sieging up. They are going to take these Hydras out, but they might be able to take out this orbital command first. Looks like they are going to be able to. Meanwhile, the Locusts rolling in the front. There are a bunch of siege tanks here. Should be enough to take care of it, as long as Locusts are the only thing they have to take care of. Lost their command center, but that was about it. I don't think he lost too many more buildings. And Soulkey expanding everywhere. He's taken 2 bases over on Bbyong's side of the map, and this could be interesting, because if Bbyong shuts these down, and if he keeps his head, he may be able to starve Soulkey out, because Soulkey is got to be shooting through all these minerals. I mean, this one is getting low. This one's okay, and this one's okay. So if Bbyong can control these 2 bases on his side, and if he can also shut this down, then maybe he can starve Soulkey out. But I don't know, this base is very well defended. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can do here. A ton of mutas coming out. Soulkey has jumped back into the muta play, and he's going to be taking out a bunch of buildings here. Not fun to lose your factories, but it is going to happen. Vikings coming across, not nearly enough Vikings. Those Vikings are all going to get absolutely massacred, but they do run back to the protection of the Thor, the relative protection of the Thor, and more importantly, the protection of those missile turrets, which of course Soulkey does not want to run into, but he is going to stick around long enough to snipe that Thor, which I like very much. Couple more Vikings coming out just the wrong time, end up on the wrong side of the Muta Force and do get taken out. Missile turrets coming down, and he's not quite destroying them, but he's getting close enough to. And so many buildings going out, and the Locusts still continuing to just harass them, but these Mutas really are going nuts. Almost all the factories are down now. We got 2 more Thors coming in. They must have been over the other side of the map, coming back to have a crack. And the Mutas deciding wisely, I would say, not to engage both Thors at the same time. But look at all these missile turrets. Now, Bbyong is sick of mutas. Oh, he's trying to get a base, but Soulkey is there already. That is so freaking annoying. Needs another sensor tower over here. There's a sensor tower to sort of spot these guys coming in. Is one of these a sensor tower? I don't think so. I think they're all missile turrets. Here we go. The mutas coming in, sniping some tanks. Taking missile turret hits, but they're sniping some tanks nonetheless. They got 3-2 with 3 armor on the way. And I mean, as long as they just... Oh, dude, Soulkey taking so much missile turret damage here. He's sniping the tanks, but man, he's taking so much missile turret damage here. I don't think that was a very well-advised move. He took so much damage there. I know I said that 3 times, but damn. Look at that, 12 mutas. I think that's how many mutas he lost right there. 12 mutas. That's nasty. That's very, very nasty. But I suppose he's got the minerals and gas. The problem is that starvation factor. I mean, if he mines through all these bases, he is going to be screwed. This is his base right there. This is the base which is going to see him through to the end of the game. Because I mean, this one starting to get low. This one's almost got nothing. This one's almost got nothing. Don't even talk about the main base. This base, I would have expected Bbyong to take this out by now, but the fact that Soulkey is holding on to it tells me that maybe Soulkey can see this through to the end. I thought Bbyong would have snapped down on this base, taken it out, and then would have pressed hard into this base. And if he takes this one out, then I think Bbyong is in an excellent position. But it doesn't look like he's in a position to do anything. The Mutas keeping him too far on the back foot. The Swarm Host keeping his tanks tied up. And I think that's it. Soulkey is just going to harass his way into a victory here. The missile turrets trying to have a good go, but they're not in a clump. Only one of them attacking at a time. And the Mutas just doing such a great job of knocking everything down. They're taking so much damage, but Soulkey just funneling so many minerals into keeping the Mutas up. He's lost 46 of them so far, but he just keeps on going. As long as he can build them just continuously, then why the hell not? He's only got 3 tanks defending this, man. That's not good. Where are the rest of his tanks? Don't tell me 3 tanks is all he's got. He's only got 4 tanks at the moment. He's got 1 tank over here hitting some workers, which is not bad, but yeah, damn, those Mutas doing such a great job. And yeah, without the tank presence, these locusts are going to do so much damage. And once they start taking out the missile turrets, it is just going from bad to worse. Although the locusts looks like they're just taking out Hellbats, Hellions, and tanks at the moment. So here we go, the last of the Vikings starting to come out. We got a Raven, maybe thinking about Raven bombs, but it's probably too late in the piece to really be going for it. And I was just about to say, wow, the Mutas are a great way to counter Swarm Host, but of course they are on the same team, so none of these guys are really going to get killed at this point. And Bbyong had to give the GG there, but the combination of Mutas and Swarm Hosts, so good. Just so good. I mean, the Swarm Hosts put the pressure on, and the Mutas just distracted the rest of the army, just kept them running around without a sort of... I mean, Bbyong, when you're a Terran player in this position, you need time to center yourself. To say, alright, what do I do about this Swarm Host? I need to do something. Let's figure out a plan. Let's figure it out. Blah, 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 blah. Let's get it going. He didn't have a chance. Soulkey was relentless in his Mutalisk attacks and relentless in his expansions and relentless in every single way in this game. And Bbyong just could not deal with it. He absolutely could not. And once this base went down and everything was just going to crap, that was it. Bbyong just had to give the GG. I mean, he lasted for ages, but part of that was also the fact that there were Swarm Hosts, so they always dragged the game out. And yeah, that's it though. Soulkey definitely the victor in this game, and what an awesome game between these two exceptional players. Bbyong definitely an exceptional player after these few games. So that's it. Thank you very much for watching this game. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I will catch you guys tomorrow with another one. Stay tuned.